Hey everyone, welcome to Live with DJ Rossstar. Today is January 1st, 2026. That's right, it's the first day of the first month of the year. And while most of you are probably off of work today, I am here giving you another fun live interview. Today we're going to talk to Kerosene Heights. If you have questions and you're watching this live, feel free to put them in the chat below. The show is on every week, twice a week, right here from my beautiful patio in Austin, Texas. And I want to know who to have on the show in 2026. I have a few bands I've been talking to, and we're going to set things up in the coming weeks. But ultimately, it's up to you, the viewers at home. So if you are really into a band lately, or you play in a band, and you want to submit yourself for possible interview, feel free to DM me. I take all requests seriously, and if I think it's a good fit, I will have you on. Simple as that. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in Texas, about 70 degrees. No complaints from me. So we're waiting for Kerosene Heights to enter the chat and we'll go live. But just so you know, the show is on every week, twice a week. But if you miss an episode, you can go back on my Instagram and watch it. So you'll find videos on there right now from Less Than Jake, Sugar Cult, Hit the Lights, Sucker Punch, Rematch, and about 40 more that I did in 2025. And if you want to see some really old school content, you can go onto YouTube, look up DJ Rossstar, and find stuff I've done from 20 plus years ago at Warped Tour, at BuzzNet Studios, and right there in my little apartment in Los Angeles. But for now, let's invite Kerosene Heights into the chat and get this started. Hang on, guys. And once again, this is live. So if you have questions, don't hold back. We want to hear from you. Hello to the people that have joined already. We got Luis, we got Eric, we got Steph. Kerosene Heights are now in the room. All you need to do is send me a request to go live with me and we will get the interview started. So we're waiting for Chance to click on request to go live and we'll be good to go. Hello, Jay Kleiman. Hello, everyone. Here we go. Hello.
I'm in it. I'm in it.
You're in it to win it.
Hey, how you doing?
Look at that bolo tie. Are you in Texas?
No, I'm in Nashville or Asheville.
You know what? Whenever I would use my phone and tell people about Nashville when I was living there, Siri would always correct it to Asheville for some reason.
Yeah, I grew up in Nashville, so I run into this like all the time trying to say like in Nashville. Nobody ever gets it, but it's just the first day of the year, so I wanted to put a little outfit on.
And I heard a rumor that you actually stayed up until midnight last night. I'm proud of you.
I did. I made it. I made it for the first time since I can remember.
What were you doing that you were able to stay up all that time? Because it's hard for me if I'm at home to go beyond 9 o'clock.
Same. I don't know. I don't know why I was awake. I was so tired. I was just watching TV with my wife. That's all.
Anything interesting, or you just kind of watching the ball drop and people celebrating, or nothing that had to do with New Year's?
Survivor, season 46.
40? Oh, wow. Have you watched like all 46 seasons?
No, my wife is a big Survivor head, and we just got Paramount Plus, and they have like all of it. So it's kind of our go-to, like look at our phones while we watch TV show.
I'm going to look that up because I'm all caught up with Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. I'm all caught up with Landman. So now I need a
I've
third
heard
show on.
Landman's good.
It depends on who you talk to. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
I don't take it too seriously. I think when it started, thought it was going to be this like serious drama, and now it's kind of gone off the rails a little bit. A lot of
right.
a lot of funny characters, but I'm still into it. Anyway, by the way, we are live and we're going to talk about music too. Sometimes I like to just talk about whatever comes to my head. But
Totally.
you had a good year and I want to talk about it. And I want to talk about next year because it's already begun. Today is the first day of 2026. Wild.
Truly. I know. It's wild. Last year went by so fast.
Every year goes by faster, I think, the older we get.
I know.
That's why you just need to keep putting out music as much as you can, right? But it has to be
Right.
good. I don't like when people just rush things out to get them out either.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know if you have a plan this year, like a bunch of new songs already recorded to release month by month, or if you're still just writing because you put out so much stuff last year.
Yeah, so we've kind of like just gotten into what we're gonna do next musically. So like I'm kind of just demoing a lot of stuff right now, trying to figure out like what kind of direction we want to go in because we like to go into the projects with like at least some sort of idea of just something kind of new to bring to the table, like not necessarily like a big genre shift or like anything like that, but we kind of just like put a lot of forethought into the vibe and like the what we kind of want to say and do with the next one. So right now, we're just at the drawing board of whatever's going to be next.
What kind of vibe are you feeling right now, or does it change day by day?
I just want to rock. Like I just want to
Oh
put
yeah.
out some like seriously rocking shit. Like I want to go heavier, not in a screamo way. Like I think we've put a lot of, not in like a hardcore screamo kind of way. I think we've put a lot of thought and effort into like what the Kerosene Heights sound is, and I want to maintain that and build on it. But I just want to like push it, you know.
I think that's great that you're not just gonna go back and do the same thing that you know worked already.
Yeah, yeah. We always try to be like, okay, what did we like about that? What did people respond to? What did we respond to? What's the most fun to play live? And then kind of like bring that to whatever the next thing is. Just because that's, we like the music that we're making, you know?
That makes sense. And I like that you want to rock. I know a couple of years ago, I think Muse said that they weren't gonna put the guitars in the forefront anymore because guitar rock was over. And I think that's not true at all.
I think it's coming back. I think guitar
Yeah.
rock is having a moment right now that, like an upswing.
It helped, before with Guitar Hero, things like that. But
Right.
now I think it's just because people like hearing it. I don't think there's any like outsider giving them the desire to hear it. I just think people want to rock out and it's fun.
Totally. And I think that there's just so much there's so many different things offered from it and with like TikTok and like everybody kind of like getting into everything all the time.
Oh
There's
yeah.
many directions that guitar music can go.
So with that said, how many guitars do you own at your house?
Ah, I'm left-handed, so
Oh,
guitars
nice.
are like a whole thing. But I'm looking at four and I think I've got two more in a closet.
Wow. I feel like for
Yeah.
someone like me who doesn't play, I would have no idea what the difference is, but I know there are differences, of course.
Mainly, they're just left-handed guitars are harder to come by and a little bit more expensive. So
Oh no.
if I was right-handed, I would probably have many more. But being left-handed, I kind of got to take what I can get.
The only other left-handed guitar player I can think of is Chris Rowe from the Ataris, but you probably know a few other ones.
I do, I do. We just got off tour with Trash, who has a left-handed guitarist. Riley has a left-handed guitarist. Bing Quad, the bassist of Bing Quad, is left-handed. People, there's a surprising amount of left-handed people in our scene. Mario, the singer of a band called Bottom Bracket. Um, it doesn't feel quite as rare in the emo world right now, I guess.
There are people that can write with both hands.
Yeah,
I can barely write with either hand at this point. So I'm so used to
same.
using it. I'm so used to using the phone and computer that I try sometimes to write like a card to my family, and they're like, "We couldn't read anything you wrote. Are you
I know.
okay?"
I got myself a little like notebook to try and be like more intentional about writing lyrics and just like writing stuff on the road and there was definitely a learning curve. I was like, this is ugly. This isn't the like cute little romantic thing that I wanted it to be. My handwriting is disgusting.
I feel like people romanticize handwritten lyrics. I've seen a lot of bands on Instagram, like Over It and some other groups I like. They'll do like handwritten lyrics and they'll sell them to people, and much better than seeing someone typing on a computer and then printing it out for you, obviously.
Right. And for me, it's like a fun way to like, I kind of like, for lack of a better word, like freestyle a lot of our songs, just like
That's
sitting
fun.
in front of the computer and like singing them line for line and then going down and writing the words down gives me an opportunity to like make little minor adjustments and like change lines here and there because I'm like actually really thinking about it. So yeah, there's that for writing, which I do like.
Is it hard because you have albums, you have EPs, you have singles, to rhyme and not rhyme the word with a word you've already rhymed it with, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so I like our biggest song, Catherine, there's a bunch of that I didn't even realize until after. it came out. But I really tried to like minimize. I mean, I obviously do it, but I think it's really cool when people can like minimize rhyming and
Yeah.
still make something like catchy and memorable. And so that's like one of the things that I always think about when I'm going into writing songs is how to like, I love reading a lyric sheet of something that just feels like a passage out of a book or something, and less like Dr. Seussy, you know?
Yes. And now because of ChatGPT, if I read something I don't understand, I just paste it right in there and I say, "What is this trying to say? Tell me like five."
Right.
Do that all the time. So, what is the plan for this year? What can you reveal so far?
So far, I can reveal that we're going on another full US tour, with Saturdays at Your Place and Retirement Party. Two bands that I'm very stoked to tour with. We've played with Retirement Party before and played with Saturdays recently, but they've been friend bands for a long time, and it's like something that we've wanted to make happen for a while. Like us and Saturdays were on No Sleep Records at the same time, and a couple years ago, and um, so we've just been friends for a while. And when everybody's trying to like do their thing in music, it's kind of hard to line those things up sometimes. But I'm very excited that we finally made that happen. We're going to go to a lot of new places that we haven't been, a lot of smaller towns and stuff like that, which I always seem to have the most fun at anyway.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's the big one that's coming up. We're playing Pooza Fest for the first time in Canada.
Yes,
Um,
I follow them, and every year I'm like, man, I wish I can get there. It's always a great lineup.
I know, me too. I've never been. It's always been really cool and something I've wanted to go to. So that's like one of my favorite things about being in a band is getting to do stuff like that. That as just an enjoyer of music, I like see and I'm like, that just doesn't make sense for me right
Yeah.
now. But like having a reason to do stuff like that. Um, it's not announced and it's not official, but I can say there will be some shows around that.
Okay.
There could be the first Kerosene Heights headliner tour this year.
Oh wow.
Um, and that's all I can really divulge. We're gonna try and play as many shows as we can this year, and just grow our audience through the like um, in-person interaction as much as we can, and the live show. And hopefully we'll get back in the studio this year. That's kind of the game plan.
That's great that you're able to go on a full tour. Sometimes I interview people and they just can't swing it. They have like a day job or whatever, and they have to only play on the weekends or just
Right.
in the summer. So it's nice that you've been able to find a way to go out for a long period of time.
It's tough. I mean, we do all have day jobs, and sometimes the day jobs have to change. I'm lucky enough to be in a situation where like I'm supported by my day job. I do like construction type stuff, and
Perfect.
they think the music thing's really cool, so they never give me any flack for it.
They're like, we'll see you in 16 weeks. Have fun.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it is tough. I feel super grateful to like be in a situation to get to do that and have people around the band that are kind of like facilitating that. And yeah, it's awesome. It's what we've always wanted to do, and so like this is the year that we're gonna do it as much as we can and just see how it goes.
That's great that you have support. You don't have to feel guilt like from anybody like, oh, you're just going to leave your day job and go on tour. Oh, okay. Have a good time.
Yeah, I feel bad for my wife and dogs, but they're good sports.
Does she bring the dogs out on the road or to come
Oh,
surprise
no,
you?
no,
No.
no. None of them are built for that life. Like they when I'm at home, I'm the same, like in bed by 9, and my dog or my wife and my dogs are the same way all the time. So, um
We have an 80-pound dog now, and he sleeps pretty much right on top of my legs.
yeah.
So if I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to like go to the bathroom, like he gets mad at me. So I kind of try just to go back to sleep.
Right. I battle with the like no blankets thing all the time because we've got two like 60-pound dogs that just sit right in the middle of us.
We got to trade dog pictures after this.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will do the interview and then they just have a dog on the camera the whole time or a cat.
Yeah.
Too. I'm
Mine just
surprised
left.
I'm surprised you haven't done a headlining thing yet. You have enough songs. I know sometimes bands will have like 6 songs and they'll go already start on a headlining tour, which sounds kind of crazy, but you've got enough.
So to be fair, we did do in 2023 when our first record came out, Southeast of Somewhere. We did do a very like DIY headline tour, but that was still very much like we would have regional support. So we did 25 days, and like different bands from the region would play with us. For 4 or 5 day legs of each part of that, and that was really cool. And I guess it would technically be a headliner, but we were still small to the degree that every show was pretty much like the local sandwich situation, where it was like local, the band we're touring with, us, and then another local.
Yeah.
So I hesitate to call it a headliner tour. Um, but yeah.
Do you see people now that still follow the band that were at some of those old shows early on?
Oh yeah. I feel really lucky for like the support that we've gotten from the jump until now. I mean, there's tons of people just like that. I see people that booked some of the shows on our first tour ever at some of our shows to this day that like don't miss them, and that's always really sweet to see, and like just get to catch up with them.
And it's cool when you remember them. I'm sure it makes them super happy. Growing up, I was just a fan of music, of course, and I used to go see like Newfound Glory, the very beginning, 1999, and then I started doing the show a few years later, and they were cool, and they were willing to do an interview with me because they had just remembered me as being a fan all those years before.
For sure. I mean, if you were at the shows where there were like 15 people there, it's pretty easy to remember. That it definitely gets trickier as time goes on. But yeah, the people that we met in the first year of the band touring, um, I can't forget them. We're like friends basically, because none of this felt like I'm playing to an audience. It still felt very like we're all this community of just people wanting to play shows, and it still is that to a degree. But as the shows get bigger, it's hard to like connect with everybody.
Did you ever play a show for like one person, like just
Yeah,
nobody else showed up?
totally. We played a few of those in our history, but a funny thing is the first night of the Saturdays at Your Place tour is at Gabe's in Iowa.
Okay.
And on that big 25-day tour that we did when the first record came out, we played Gabe's in Iowa to two people that came out for us. And that we were the band, we played by ourselves too. We were the only band on the bill. They were kind
Amazing.
of they were kind of expecting like a bar band, I think. They were like, y'all got 3 hours to play, and we were like,
3 hours.
we've got like 30 minutes to play.
Yeah.
uh,
I was gonna do a bunch of
um,
covers.
yeah, so that'll be really cool because that is one of those, and those shows are really like they can be a bummer, but for me, it's really sweet when there are like two people in this like city far from home that came out to see you as a small band, and
Oh
you
yeah.
can genuinely like you're playing for them and talking to them, and like I those shows have always like had funny, like positive memories attached to them, even when they happen.
I'm sure. That's awesome. Hey, by the way, we are live, and I do see people popping in left and right. So you can talk to us. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from, how you found
Who's
the
in
band.
here?
Maybe you know them personally. What'd you say?
I said, who's in here? Show yourself.
Fake Poser is in here. I want to know who Fake Poser is. That's one of your followers. By the way, I am live I'm live twice a week, but the days change. So I'll be back next week. Crooked Teeth, they're going to be on Monday, and
Sick.
I'm working on the other day next week. But yeah, I'm just having fun doing this, man. I've been doing interviews, like I told you, for over 20 years, but in this new format of Instagram Live, taking it seriously since just last June. So it's been
Cool.
fun so far.
Yeah, we like never go live. I don't know why. It's like a feature that I just completely don't even think about ever, but
I,
it is
I
funny
waited.
and fun.
I waited till it died out a bit. So I started
Yeah,
doing it. I started doing it during COVID, but like everyone did it. So
right.
I would go live with I did like Ataris back then, Get Up Kids, Less Than Jake, but then they would go live themselves for like hours. So I
Yeah,
kind of felt like it was a bit overkill. So now people, like you said, have forgotten about this. So really, no one's going live anymore. So I'm like, you know what? I'll make this my home for now because I love doing the live. I'm not like a podcast guy. I don't like to record things and
right.
put it out later. Obviously, you
Yeah,
can
that's
watch
sick.
this later, and you will watch it later, most people. But for these people like Fake Poser and Shadow of a Season,
Hello,
Make it
hello,
make it to
hello.
Shadowless Live Shadow season. Oh yeah. Um, so Side One Dummy Records. I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Um, how long has that been? Have you guys been working together?
So pretty shortly after the last record came out, we knew we wanted to leave No Sleep, and we did that. And we were figuring out what we wanted to do because our main goal was to like go to a studio and get the, producer full on studio experience because we
Yeah.
recorded the first record at a studio here, but our budget was so tight because it was our own that we only had 3 days. So it was very rushed and just like get in, get out. So like doing music for us has mainly just been trying to like gather as many cool as experiences that we've wanted. And we knew going into a studio with a producer who would like kind of dissect the songs and get in there with us as like a fifth member kind of character was like the main goal.
Yeah.
Me and our guitarist Justin were just talking about it one day. We didn't know, feeling kind of defeated, like not knowing who to go to. We had reached out to a bunch of people and like they weren't interested.
Not that many
And
labels anymore at all. They're all owned by like the same four companies usually.
Right. Well, there's a good bit of like DIY labels kind of doing stuff, but they kind of operate, different. Everybody operates differently. So
Yeah.
like for what we're looking for, maybe they couldn't do or what, there's a million reasons. Anyway, I was like, I'm pretty sure long shot here, but someone from Side One Dummy follows us on Instagram, and his name's Phil, and I reached out to him, and then we talked before any like serious business stuff. We talked for probably like 8 months or something, just kind of getting to know each other and talking about the future plans of the band. Amid Amidst that time, we released our EP in 2024, Leaving, and they were kind of there, like talking us through that. Just they didn't release that, but we're just kind of there for all that, watching and
Yeah. Beginning.
communicating. And so then, like right before we went into the studio, like we signed with them, and it's been an amazing experience. Like it's been the most like human experience of working with a label that we've had. Like we talk all the time. They come to our shows. Like Bill, the owner, came to our first LA show on this last tour, and like um, every other label relationship we'd ever been in had been very like email based and kind of just you know uh I've never felt as close with like label people as I have with the people at Side One, and it's been great. And
No, that's awesome.
obviously, it's like a super important label to us in terms of stuff that they've done in the past 30 years that they've existed.
And they don't
So
sign that many bands a year, so I think that's really special that they picked you.
yeah, it felt cool. And like meeting Bill at the LA show was like awesome. Just how many things that dude has been involved with that matter immensely to me and the rest of our band, and just like yeah, it's been a great experience.
I'll tell you, everybody watching, I moved to Los Angeles in 2004 to pursue this, to go from college radio show to my Carson Daly dreams that didn't come true. But anyway, so I wanted to work in the music industry, and I emailed everybody, and I got very few replies. But Side One Dummy replied, and they let me do an internship with them for a few months, and that was
Good
the
for that.
first music industry job I ever had, and it just made me feel so good about myself. I was 22 out of college, driving to Hollywood every day from where I was living, going to the cool little headquarters. And so, yeah, they were always super nice to me also. So I'm glad that you're with them.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, it's been everything has gone as it should, and they're hands on, but they also just want what you want for yourself, which is like the most you can ask for.
Are you going to get do you get like a bigger music video budget now, or is that not their department?
They do all that. They handle all that.
Oh, sweet. So do you think
Yeah.
do you like you think the videos are getting better now?
Uh, Definitely. I personally hate music videos, but that's
Oh,
just a
no.
me thing. um, so I kind of like put that off on everybody else in terms of how that gets handled. Um, but just in general, I mean, that we wouldn't have been able to make the album that we wanted to make without them. And every time we've needed something, they've been there. So
Fantastic. Well, hey, we got a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, we got Cleavance 12 is now in the room, and Liam Dewar has joined. So Everyone's so shy today. Maybe they're all recovering from last night. What did you guys do?
Right.
Do you hang out with the guys in the band a lot when you're not on the road or recording, or do you kind of have your own separate group of friends from each other?
So Elle, our bassist, has lived out of town for the last year. She's luckily coming back, but we try to do like a weekly practice generally and just kick it once a week. I mean, we're all like 30 plus and married and just kind of, we all just kind of hang out at home, but we stay in touch. We're talking all the time in our like group chat every day. And like, when we can, we practice once a week just to, stay fresh and hang out.
Friends are important. I'm going to tell you, you know this. I'm going to tell everybody watching this. My wife and I, we hang out, of course, a lot, but we have our own separate friends we hang out with. I go out with the guys,
Same.
she goes out with the girls. And I've only been here in Austin a couple months, so I didn't know anybody. So I went ahead, I made a Facebook group. It's called My Wife Says I Need Some Guy Friends in Austin. And
Nice.
I already have 170 members in only 2 months. And now I've been doing this thing where once a week I make an event. It could be bowling, could be eating out, going anything I could think of, concert, whatever. And usually 10 to 15 guys come to each of these events, and it's super fun. But
Hell
my,
yeah.
my point is, a lot of these guys are in their 30s and 40s, and a lot of them are newly divorced. And they said when they were married, they stopped communicating with all their friends because sometimes
Right.
this happens. And now
Yeah.
that they're not married anymore, they have no friends. So that's why I tell people before that happens, keep in touch with your friends if you can.
Totally. Totally. It's tricky to do. And like a lot of people that I consider my friends and really close to are like from music. So more often than not, they don't live where I live. So it's a lot of like texting and phone calls and catching
No,
up that way.
that's fine. That's fine too. I have like 15 different text threads that I'm just all day
Right.
long sending memes or sending the same meme to 5 different groups.
Yeah, like tour group chats that just never end.
Do you have like a name for the group chat for the band, or is it just the names of everybody?
The name of our band group chat is Big Emo's Most Hated. Um, And then we have a group chat with the band Sports, and that's called the Dalles because
Okay.
it's just a random town that we played in. They all have goofy names. Oh, hey Alex. Yes, I have. I don't know if any of the songs I've written will make it on there, but yes, I have. There's probably like 7 demos.
Do you write when you're on the job, like you're doing construction work, and you're like, wait, I have an idea. I'll be right back.
I'll like write down little lyric ideas and stuff if they come to me, but most of the time it's me sitting like right here, right where I am right now in front of my laptop and either starting with a riff or a lyric idea or like a song that I want to rip off and just kind of building from there.
Got to rip it off. What's it like, 20% so you don't get sued?
Yeah, like if I'll hear like a part of a song or like some little thing in a song that I'm like, that's sick. I want to do something like that. And then um just branch off wherever usually, but I like all of our songs have something that I'm like, ooh, that's like that one blank song, and that's kind of where that came from.
So my favorite band's Green Day, and every so often they will do something that sounds a little bit too similar to another group, but they usually give them credit. So like 21 Guns will be
Right.
credited to David Bowie, and then like Brutal Love is credited to Sam Cooke. But they do have, this always bugs me. If you listen to the solo of 21 Guns, it sounds just like the theme song from Full House. And I don't know how they got away with that one.
Oh, really?
Go back and listen to it after this interview. It always blows
Yeah,
my mind.
definitely.
It sounds
My
just like.
friend, my friend Randy from the band Dikembe, is a big Green Day head and got on stage with them once and played bass
That's sick.
at one of their shows. Yeah.
Send me the video. I did that also in '05. I have one of the oldest
Oh,
videos,
really?
actually. Yeah.
It was probably
I
around
wasn't
the
very
same
good.
time.
I wasn't very good, but I knew how to play 3 chords. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess we'll wrap it up. I'll let you get back to your first day of the year. What else are you working on today? Just writing?
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna play some music when we get off here, and then I don't know, cook some dinner, hang out. Very
Do you,
casual.
do you live in like a walkable area? Like here in Austin, I love to just drive the car a couple minutes and just wander because I'm pretty close to downtown.
Yeah, I do. I'm lucky enough to live in like downtown Asheville, so like everything that I need is fully within like a 1 mile radius, which is tight.
Yes. You have the Biltmore Estate also. You can just walk around there.
Yeah, yeah,
We did that for my birthday when we first moved to Nashville 4 years ago. That was like the first thing we did because it was around my birthday. Took a trip out there. Cool city,
right.
cool
It
little city
is.
you're in.
Yeah, yeah, I love it.
Well, hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you
Totally.
taking time off of your day off of work to do some more work with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I hope you guys had fun. I hope you come back next week. Crooked Teeth on Monday, and more bands coming soon. So thanks for watching. Support Kerosene Heights, and we'll see you later. And Happy New Year, right?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye, guys.
Bye.